All right, so that was a slideshow. I'm going to aggregate some more. We're going to be starting with some videos. That song was by Pennywise, Fuck Authority. If you want to check out more music, check out Flat Earth Chocolate Sand. He has some awesome Flat Earth music. I will also be trying to create a playlist of really cool music, so stay tuned for that. For now, let's jump into the videos. I have 8 videos. These are from TikTok. And let's start here with, let's see here. These are the memes. I'm a little bit nervous, but let's pull up our videos. So the first one's called Hire Yourself, and it's going along with what we saw last time.
Okay, so I'm going to try to explain the dimensions the best I possibly can from what my guides have told me, and I made a little diagram that will hopefully help. Starting at source consciousness, or God, each dimension was created for higher levels of learning. Each dimension creates the one below it, breaking itself into more and more fragmented pieces in order to understand itself from all possibilities. Starting from a place of not knowing, it is indeed source experiencing itself. Each dimension has guides from higher realms bringing awareness to the lower dimensions by reflecting themselves and their consciousness onto those dimensions or the worlds that they created. There are tools in each reality to help us remember our true makeup, as above, so below, just as our internal world reflects our external world, which I will go into in later videos. When we truly awaken ourselves, we are only finding our way back up the vibrational ladder to source. It is our birthright to find source within us and the ability to climb back home to and from where we came.
So what I found interesting about that video is how we're born into this place and we don't actually remember exactly anything except for all the things that we're taught. So that is, I guess, the essence of free will and being able to be here and kind of experience something without knowing where we came from. So that was an interesting video. Let me know what you think. Let's jump on to the next one, which is I found interesting.
Let's talk about the man who made $300,000 by being creative AF and how he leveraged his reward points from his credit card. Basically, American Express gave him 5% back for spending money at grocery stores. So he'd go to the grocery store and instead of buying groceries, he'd buy a gift card or a reward card and put money on it. So let's say he'd get a gift card and put $500 on it. He would then take that $500 and buy money orders, so a $500 money order, and then deposit that money order into his bank account. He'd then take that $500 and pay his credit card. He's just made 5%. Basically, the IRS found out about this, found out that he made all this money and wanted some of that moolah and sued him. But the court found that, reward cards are not taxable income. So that was not taxable. So sorry, IRS. But money orders are taxable. So he will owe the IRS around probably $30,000.
Well, that's an interesting case for finding a loophole in the system and being able to make some money. So yeah, thinking creatively. Now this next one is the frustration from the younger generation.
I don't know what the point of this is, but I'm stuck in the loop where I literally wake up, go to work, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go to sleep. Like, I have no life other than wake up, go to work, go to sleep. Like, there's no way I'm on this earth and all I do is wake up, go to work, go to sleep, just to survive on this planet that literally grows everything that I need for free. Like, I could really end this shit right now and I could just go into a forest and fucking get all the trees that I need and cut them down and fucking build them, and I don't even know what I'm saying. All I know is I could really go in the forest and build a house with the trees, and then with the water that's in the fucking rivers, I could literally boil it to get regular water, then I could use that water and I could literally plant shit, and it's an ongoing cycle that goes through my head every day, and I'm like, should I quit my job? But then I'm like, no, because I don't even know how to fucking farm or build. So
Okay, so I totally get her frustration, and this is why when I found the video on the last one where the guy's talking about living sustainable and how to do it and showing you that he was able to do it, well, that's the first stage, is realizing that you need to take the steps to learn those things. And it's a good thing to realize it, even if it's super frustrating at the beginning. Seeing a young person like that super frustrated, and seeing a person on TikTok just putting their thoughts out there, I like seeing it. I like seeing that people are frustrated and that they are thinking about other alternatives, even though they probably won't do anything about it, but that thought is there. So let's move on to the next one. It's called scam currency.
Be careful out there in the world of shitcoins. I've identified the biggest scam currency in the world. Check it. There's 27 trillion in circulation. There's no cap on the amount that can be minted. And out of that 27 trillion, 25% of that was minted in just the last 6 months. There's a crazy high 24% interest rate, and 30% of this currency is held by the top 1% of holders. Do you know what currency this is? Well, it's the US dollar, the biggest scam rug pull in the history of the world.
Yep, so this guy makes a great case by being sarcastic and almost making you feel like he's going to talk about cryptocurrencies, but he's actually talking about the regular money system. So I've been studying and getting into cryptocurrencies. I don't know if it's the solution for everything, but what I do know is that it's better to be informed. And this guy shows in a really funny way how the US currency is actually really crappy. So let's go to the next one, which is along the same lines.
The US government is now discussing regulating cryptocurrency. Here's my prediction of what is going to happen. First, we're going to see more of what I refer to as a reverse pump and dump. The media is going to indicate that crypto is not a safe investment due to the coming regulation. This will allow the super wealthy and some smart investors to buy up crypto at depressed prices. Next, legislation will pass regulating but not banning any cryptocurrencies. This regulation will actually help crypto because more people will perceive it as a safe investment, an investment the government approves of. Let's compare owning crypto to driving a car. A long time ago, many Americans thought cars were unsafe, but when the government started regulating roads, putting up stoplights, and requiring seatbelts and airbags, people became more comfortable with getting on the road. Once crypto regulation is passed, we will see crypto adopted by the general public and prices trend upwards.
Yeah, so that has so many, it just gets my mind thinking in so many different ways. I don't like regulations. Regulations are bad, but in this case, regulations somehow give people the confidence to buy cryptocurrency. So I don't know. I'm putting some eggs in the cryptocurrency basket, but I'm not putting all the eggs in that basket. I like to put if you put anything, put your time into learning a skill, getting good at that skill, and somehow leveraging to be able to make money from that skill. Let's go to the next one.
What's an alarming statistic that your country doesn't care about?
35% of all the US dollars was printed in the last 12 months. $28 trillion of debt. $3 trillion budget deficit. 128% debt to GDP ratio. Record levels of household debt and corporate debt. And all-time record low interest rates.
Okay, so as you can see, more about similar thing, currency. Most important thing, learn how to farm, plant some tomatoes. Something like that. The next one, it's a little bit different. Let me know what you think.
Did enormous trees reaching up into the clouds once exist? So geologists want to tell me over the course of thousands of years that wind and rain did this, wind and rain also made this, and all this, and this, and it somehow flattened out this. Wind and rain erosion also flattened out this somehow? I mean, come on, that looks like a tree stump. It's ginormous. How about these basalt columns? This is found in the Czech Republic. It looks like it used to be organic. I mean, even look at the color. There's no way that lava or magma formed that. Even the color has a wood-like color. I mean, just look at that. If you guys think the news is fake, just imagine how fake history is. I mean, if wind and rain erosion made that, how come the same wind and rain can't flatten out these mountains? These are in Hawaii, by the way. I don't really buy the story that mainstream science is telling us. Now, I'm no scientist, but the information these scientists and geologists give us is kind of inconsistent. How does wind and rain erosion form that, but does not affect the surrounding areas, and doesn't flatten out these mountains the same way? History's a lie.
Okay, this gets into mud flood. I know a lot of people talk about tree stumps. I've heard other theories. I won't get into that right now. I'll probably want to make a video about that in the future. There's a guy named Roger, and he talks about these being not tree stumps, but other things. I'll get into that in another video. For now, let's jump on to the last one. And I found this one. I think this is probably one of the most interesting ones, even though it does show a globe. So whatever, let's go.
Okay, Antarctica's gotta have some crazy stuff going on. You already know. We're talking about between Alaska and Antarctica. So zoom in here. Look at this long, perfectly straight line. This goes all the way up, and what's that? It ends at French Polynesia. Also, look at these other lines coming out from French Polynesia, like spokes on a bicycle wheel, and they're just all coming from right there. But this one is so long, connects French Polynesia to Antarctica. This is thousands of miles long. And look, if we go to the end of it, it makes a little turn, and there are these little rectangle patterns at the bottom. This is not natural. I don't know what's making these, but it's not normal. And look at the cloudy blue, like Photoshop smudge job.
Yep, so obviously they're hiding a lot of stuff, but they can't hide everything. All they can do is distract people so they don't look into it. This also, something that's kind of weird. I have children, and there's a Moana thing, and all the French Polynesian, there's a lot of history there. So that was it for today. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, let me know. I would love to hear what you think. And if you want to talk about Flat Earth or anything related to interesting conspiracies, check out 24/7 Flat Earth Discord. They're awesome. You can ask questions. You can talk to people. They're funny. They have a lot of information. And you'll learn more here than anywhere else. So there's no point in having Hulu or any of those things when you have entertainment and real people that you can talk to in real life. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll be posting more videos like this one. Thank you for watching.